Hello students, today we are starting with small sums, 2 marker and 3 marker sums, and these sums are based on your past formulas only. If we have somewhat more time, then we will discuss other formulas also, but here two sums taken by me, and that two sums is basically depend on normal formulas which we have already learned. And now we are starting with first sum and second sum. Now if you understand these two sums, on that basis all the short sums related to normal formulas you can do yourself, and it is very easy for you. It will be easy for you. And to do this type of sum, we just need to understand question only. If we understood question, then sum will be very easy. And that's why I have taken that type of sum in which question is very complicated. Simple question I am not taking here. And then after we are seeing new formulas. And that new formulas is very important. And trick to remember that formula also. But depend on time. If by doing these two sums times up, then we will discuss new formulas in next lecture. And if we have a sufficient time, then after we are discussing that formula in this lecture. So not wasting a time and going ahead. See here. Now one question. Exercise 2.2, sum number 15. Exercise 2.2, sum number 15. Particular is given. Particular x, y variables are there. Now, here x and y given and particular average is given. Now, what is meaning by average? What is meant by average? Sir, average means bar. Think 11th standard. Average of x, average of y. Average means bar. Average of x means x bar. Average of y means y bar. So simple. First of all, try to understand the question. Here, this box is a question, and we need to find correlation coefficient on the basis of this information. So, average means, sir, bar. Now, bar of what? Sir, average of x means x bar. So, here, this 60 is the value of x bar. Because average means bar, average of x, x bar. Same way, sir, average of y means y bar. So 95 is the value of y bar. So again I repeat. Think, average means bar, average of x means x bar, average of y means y bar. Now important thing, next topic, the sum of. So what is mean by sum? The sum of, it means, sum means total, total means sigma. Sum of, square of, so there is square also. Now all of you know square means square. Square of what? But square of what? So try to understand question, please. First, the sum of. Sum means sigma. Square of. Square means square. 5 square, 10 square, x square, y square, x minus y square, x plus y square, whatever. Square of. But square of what? Deviation. taken from their mean. Now, so deviation means minus. Deviation means minus. So again, the sum means sigma, total. Square of means square. Which square? Deviation. Deviation means minus. Deviation taken from their mean. Sir, mean? Deviation taken from their mean. Mean. Mean means average. So here 2 given. So deviations taken from means deviation taken from x bar as well as deviation taken from y bar. So deviation means minus. Mean means x bar, because for x we are writing then it is a x bar. Deviation of y. Deviation means minus. Taken from mean means from y bar. So again, deviation taken from their mean. So their mean means for x, x bar, for y, y bar. Deviation means minus. So here, y minus y bar, sorry, x minus x bar, and for second, y minus y bar. So deviation taken from their mean, x minus x bar, y minus y bar. Their square, square of. So it's square. An important thing, the sum means sigma. So sir, what this statement means? This statement means sigma x minus x bar square and sigma y minus y bar square values are given to you. That's it. Nothing else. Sigma x minus x bar square and sigma y minus y bar square. But to understand that thing, we have to understand statement. The sum of means sigma, square of then square, deviation means minus, deviation from what? From their mean. From their means x minus x bar, y minus y bar, their square, then square. Sum means sigma. Sigma x minus x bar square, sigma y minus y bar square. And that's why 920 means sigma x minus x bar square, 1050 sigma y minus y bar square is given. Again, average means bar, x bar and y bar. Deviation taken from their mean. Deviation taken from their mean means x minus x bar, y minus y bar. Square of deviation taken from their mean. So x minus x bar square, y minus y bar square. Sum of square of deviation taken from their mean. It means sigma x minus x bar square, sum of sigma x minus x bar square, sigma y minus y bar square. Now try to understand third thing which is given in question. This is the 3 marker question. But first of all you need to understand question. What is given? Then apply the formula. An application of formula becomes easy if you can understand the question. So see and try to understand. Now again, the sum of, so again sum means sigma, the sum of, product of, so product means multiplication. Product means multiplication. So again, the sum means sigma. Product means multiplication. Product of what? So product of what? Deviation taken from their mean. So same situation, taken from their mean means, sir, x minus x bar and y minus y bar, its product means multiplication and sum means sigma. It means what we are given here, sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar. So deviation taken from their mean means x minus x bar, y minus y bar. Product of that, square of that is not there. Product of that. So x minus x bar into y minus y bar and their sigma. So sum of sigma. Product of multiplication. Deviation taken from their means x minus x bar, y minus y bar, their multiplication, their sum, sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar is given. That is minus 545. Now here, information, whatever given to us, that is clear. What is given? Sir, x bar given, y bar given, sigma x minus x bar square given, sigma y minus y bar square given, sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar is given. And now we are solving the sum. Now which formula we can apply? That is depend on only one thing. Which informations are available? Sir, here sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar is given. Sigma x minus x bar square given. Sigma y minus y bar square given. It means first formula can be applied. Because in first formula these three things are there. Now see, I have written here first formula. Sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar. Divide by root sigma x minus x bar square. Second under root sigma y minus y bar square. Now, sir, value of sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar, that is already given here. Minus 545. So I have written answer of sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar, minus 545. Divide by root. So root sigma x minus x bar square. Sir, sigma x minus x bar square 920. So root 920. Second under root y minus y bar square. So the second under root y minus y bar square. Y minus y bar square 1050. Second under root 1050. Now solve this. This solution is easy for all of you. Now it is very easy. Just understood. Minus 545 divided by multiplication of this two. 920 into 1050 under root 966,000. Now find the root 982.852. Division of these two, minus sign is there, so minus 0.55 is your answer. Simple, sum solved. Now what is hard in this sum? Just understood question. If once question is clear, then answer is very easy, because here no calculation is required. You need to understand only question. Now if you can understand this question, then other questions which is depend on first three formulas becomes easy for all of you. Carl Pearson's main three formula which we have already done. On that basis, whatever sums are given in your textbook, you can solve very easily, because from that hardest sum is this, in which clearly information is not given. Now we are talking about second question. Now again, one thing is important only. That is what? Try to understand the question. Now I am explaining you the question here. See, exercise 2, section F, last section, last question. Page number 115, 12 number question is given to you, and this question is in the section F. Now try to understand the question. First of all, what is given? The information of health index X. So one is, sir, health index information is given. Health index X. So health index information given. Then after, life expectancy Y. What is the life of persons. So two things are given. First thing is what? Health index of X given. Health index X given. And second, life expectancy Y given. And relation between two we need to find. Now it is not a variable, we cannot measure it. It's an attribute. Now going ahead, is obtained for, most important thing, for 10 people. So this information is getting by observing 10 people. Now what is 10? Think. What is 10? Some of you very well know 10 means n, number of observations. So here one value we have, that is n is equal to 10. By reading this question up to this point, we can understand that is the relation between two things, health index and life expectancy. And this is observed by observing 10 people. So number of observations is 10. So n is equal to 10. By considering all these things, we understood n is equal to 10. Now going ahead, this data are important thing, ranked to find correlation coefficient R. This data are ranked. Now this data, for this data we have given the rank, first rank, second rank, third rank, up to 10, whatever. So first of all, this data are ranked to find R. It means by reading this statement, we can know, sir, it is a rank correlation. This sum is of rank correlation sum because data are given ranked, and if we are giving rank, then it is a sum of rank correlation, because in your examination that is not clearly given in this type of question. It is a rank correlation sum or other sum. No information given about that things. You have to understood question, then applying the rule. And that's why both different types of sum taken by me here in the lecture. Now going ahead, see. So here Spearman method is applicable. Now all of we know, as per Kamal sir, we are remembering only one formula with CF. If repetition is there, then writing the CF. If repetition is not there, then we are not writing CF. 0. But remember only one formula. Now going ahead. Now important thing, same like this. The sum of, so again sum means sigma. Sum means sigma. Sum of squares of, so again square. So square means square. Square means square. 2 raised to 2 means square. So try to understand. The sum means sigma. Square of, square means raised to 2, but on which the ranks was found to be the ranks was found to be 42.5. Now here one thing is missing, that is what? Square of deviation of ranks. Here one word must be there. Square of deviations of the rank. Deviation means minus. Because here what actually we need? Deviation. Like here, deviation taken. Same way here, deviation of the rank. So try to understand. The sum of means sigma, square of means raised to 2, deviation of the ranks. Deviation of the ranks. Now rank means what? Rank of x and rank of y. So deviation of ranks minus of rx and ry. Deviation of ranks and their square and their sigma. So I can write here, try to understand, ranks means rx and ry, their deviation, deviation means minus its square, so I can write square of this, and sir, sum means sigma. So indirectly I can say sigma rx minus ry means d, square of that means d square, is equal to given 42.5. So first, from the first statement we understood n is equal to 10 up to this, because 10 people are observed. From second statement, sum of square of deviation of the ranks, deviation of the ranks. So deviation means minus square sum, sigma d square is given. So two things we have available. Now if there is no repetition of any observation, then we can apply formula, sigma d square is here, n is there, then we can find. But here next information is given, that is the repetition of the observations. See here, it was also observed that health index means x, health index 70, index is 70, health index is 70, 70 was repeated 3 times, most IMP thing, 70 repeated 3 times. Now try to remember my last lectures of rank correlation. Which value is repeating here? 70. 70 is repeating. But how many times? Sir, 3 times. Number of time repetition is called M. 70 doesn't matter. What is important for us? How many times it is repeating? That is called M. So X is repeating 3 times. So 70 is repeating 3 times. So M is equal to 3. Same way going ahead. And life expectancy 45. So why? Life expectancy why? So life expectancy 45. So 45 is repeating 2 times. It is twice in the data, 2 times. So 45 doesn't matter, it repeating 2 times, that is very important for me. So 70 repeated 3 times, 45 repeated 2 times. It means M is equal to 3 and 2. Now this is sorry, this is very important to find CF, because whenever values repeating, CF is there. If not repetition is, no repetition is there, then there is no CF. Here 70 repeated 3 times, 45 repeated 2 times. So M is equal to 3 and 2. Now find R, find correlation coefficient. Now so sum becomes easy. Just understood question, sum becomes easy for all of you. Now understood. Sir, M we have. Now all of we know, we need to find M cube minus M divided by 12. We need this to data. We did this to data. Now 3 cube, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 minus 3, 24, 24 divided by 12, answer is 2. Same way sir, here 2 is m cube, 2 cube, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 minus 2 6, 6 divided by 12, 0.5. And after doing this much sums, you can directly remember, whenever 3 is given, m cube minus m upon 12, 2. Whenever 2 is given, 0.5. Total of this 2, 2.5. And it is called CF. So now we have the value of CF 2.5. Now we have all the values of the formula. In formula 1, that is okay. 6, okay. Sigma d square, so sigma d square is equal to 42.5. Plus CF, so CF is equal to 2.5. Sir, n square minus 1, n value is 10. Now to find these values, we have to understand the question only. If you had clear question, then no problem to calculate the sum. Now, easy to understand. 1 as it is minus 6 sigma d square, so sigma d square 42.5, here written 42.5, plus CF, CF 2.5, CF written 2.5, divided by n means 10, 10 square, so 100 minus 1. Now 100 minus 1, 99, 99 into 10, 990. Same way 42.5 plus 2.5, 45, 45 into 6, 1 as it is, 1 minus, now 45 into 6 divided by 990, answer will be 0.2727, 1 minus 0.2727, answer is 0.73. Now this calculation is becomes easy. So by doing this two sums, all the short sums related to 3 Karl Pearson's formula and rank correlation formula, both type of sums are there. In next lecture, first of all, we are discussing the formulas, which is useful for doing short sums, which is not depend on this type of formulas. They are different formulas, different sums. Thank you very much. See you in next lecture with new formulas. Bye bye.